Yeah, today is a very interesting topic on which I'm going to let you know, which has been recently introduced by the transfer pricing regulations authorities. Basically, in India, a lot of foreign investors are coming, and a lot of profitability which has been earned by having a presence in India, that they are taking out this profit out of India to their foreign destination. So, in order to protect the same, the Finance Act 2016 has issued a further guidelines on transfer pricing regulations, which is related to some information relating to these alternative reporting entities, constituted entities or parent entities. Related to that same, they have introduced two files which they say is a master file, and there is a country by country reporting system also introduced in the same. In the master file, they have introduced two forms, which is Form 3CEAA, Part A, Part B, and Form 3CEB. 3CEAA is applicable to all the assessees, those who are having either of the entity in India or abroad, just to give information regarding their either parent company or their associate or subsidiary. Part B is applicable when they is crossing a certain threshold on which they see their global, the company's the turnover, if it is crosses 500 crores, or if they are having international transactions with associated enterprise of more than 50 crores, or they have bought an intangible assets of more than 10 crores, then Part B is applicable in that case also, in that case only. So probably in India there are a lot of closely held companies in which these conditions might not exist, but in order to curb the big companies which are having a global presence to have their information with the income tax authorities here, they have introduced these two forms. So in the master file only, this is Form 3CAA they have to report. Then there is if they have a multiple entity in India, suppose if a foreign holding company has two subsidiaries in India, then they has to designate one of them to report the entire group. So the Form 3CEB has been introduced in that case, where the alternate reporting entity need to report. The deadlines for these forms to be is that the Form 3CAA Part A and B is to be reported before due date of filing of return, which is 30th November. Since for transfer pricing companies to whom the application is there, these companies are required to file by 30th November. Form 3CEB is basically two entities out of which one has to report. So that has to be reported 30 days before the due date of filing of return. So if it is the 30th November, then 31st October is the last day to report that. Now I'm coming to the country by country reporting formats. In this case, there are three forms like 3CEAC, 3CEACD, 3CEAE. 3CEAC is basically to be reported if your parent entity is not in India. So the constituted entity has to give a report regarding the parent entity. 3CED is basically a very wide form, and that has to be given if the parent company is India, but provided they only give the information about the group, and the government of India will automatically take the information from the countries where they have the signing pact or the signing agreement to exchange the information regarding to the assessees. 3CEAE is a very different form which is hardly applicable in India, but they have introduced it. So the application of the same has not been introduced. So once it will be there, then that can be done. So now these forms are basically to exchange the information with the foreign companies or the foreign jurisdiction of the tax authorities, since in the double taxation avoidance agreement, all the countries are signing pact with India for the exchange of information. So to get the information for the Indian tax authorities regarding the global presence, these forms has been introduced.